Hey guys, Ryan the Line here. Welcome to Ryan the Line Video Games again. Just finished episode 1, Phantom Limbs. Now on to episode 2, Diamond Dogs. Obtained emblem part dog tag. I got as a reward for doing that. Sweet. Still need to make my own emblem, but this is obviously just the beginnings of the game, so I'm still learning quite a lot. I only just found out, a bit about Mother Base, so... Okay. Right, we've got...
Boss,
Right.
I know you haven't been back long, but I've prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Right, we've got a cassette here, so I think I'll play that first. The Man on Fire, Afghanistan today, Soviet invasion. Where is Zero Salt 2?
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the US and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see.
Yeah.
You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good.
Alright.
You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone.
Hold on, just before he starts talking again in this one, it's quite weird when hearing Ocelot's voice, because obviously it's Troy Baker. Now Troy Baker's, became relatively quite successful in voice acting in the past, few years, and played some major roles in a lot of AAA titles. And it's quite interesting because he played Joel in The Last of Us, and that's all I'm picturing when he's talking right now. I'm not picturing Ocelot, I'm picturing him. And I suppose that could be the downfall of playing such an iconic character, or playing a character that resonates with a lot of people, or people connect to so much as they did with Joel, because they get attached to the voice and the picture and the image of Joel. I'm not picturing Troy Baker, I'm not picturing Ocelot, I'm picturing Joel from The Last of Us when he's speaking. So that's a little weird, but I just thought I would drop that in there. Okay, after effects, Snake's coma, the strike force after the attack.
Out for you. East, west, first world, third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz.
Yeah, is he dead?
A mole who worked for Cypher as
We know Paz is dead,
While
obviously,
they were
but
gone,
I'm not sure about
XOF,
Chico.
posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You
Whoa,
were
hold
returned
on.
from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell?
Yeah.
Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Your Snake,
Interesting.
try this on. A prosthetic arm.
2 seconds. Just because that was quite interesting for me. If you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 3, the Snake Eater, Eva was a CIA informant who was working as a double agent basically, and her and Snake kind of had kind of fell in love a little bit and had a bit of a thing going on towards the end of Metal Gear Solid 3, but she actually screwed him over and ended up stealing all his intel that he had from that mission. So she organized Snake to get moved from a hospital, so basically in a sense saved his life.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision?
Bizarre.
Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experienced any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
So pretty interesting stuff. I'm not going to go through all these because I could be here all day. Meeting Ocelot and the formation of a certain organization where Zero and the Man on Fire's weakness. So we heard that. So yeah, so it's pretty interesting hearing, you know, all that kind of backstory about after his coma. I didn't know that about, you know, that he would see hallucinations. You know, and who's to say that, you know, seeing the Man on Fire and stuff like that aren't hallucinations? Well, saying that, Ocelot's seen them as well. But it would just be interesting to see if, you know, some things, if there's certain missions that might come into question if he's hallucinating something. So let's see, mission list.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Yeah, so basically I need to, you know, start off from the bottom again. Completed strike training. Okay, extracted the commander room. Commander from Wak Sind Barracks. See, I never went to there. Extracted the transport truck driver. So I never had a chance to do that. Complete the mission without being discovered by the skulls. So there are a couple of side missions there that I don't think I'm going to bother doing right now. I think I might continue with some of the main missions here. So we've got, you know, a couple of free roam ones. Move to area of operations in northern Kabul, Afghanistan. A Hero's Way, C2W, and over the fence. So what I might do is I might do. Yeah, you know what? We'll just start from here. And apparently there's five other side content bits that you can do. So you see that in Phantom Limbs I got 3 out of 6. Which isn't bad, that's not too bad, you know, first time go. So I could do Hero's Way, eliminate the Spetsnaz detachment commander secretly involved in the Scorched Earth operation in Afghanistan. The target and his recon unit have occupied Shago Village and are ready to meet an assault. Okay, let's get into that. Danger low. So I take it this is the place. I think I'm gonna. That's correct. Yeah, let's do it. Afghanistan. All right. Missions: the Hero's Way. Eliminate the Spetsnaz commander. Select buddy. Oh, so I don't need to have a horse. Okay, that's weird. Select vehicle. So I can have a vehicle with me. That's pretty cool. Primary weapons. Or I could choose that. But I like the silencer, so nice and silent. Sidearm, but I like that. Bionic arm's already equipped. Oh, hold on. What is that? Just the same bionic arm. Support weapons. Hand grenade. Magazine. Items. I've got the cardboard box, tools, they're all equipped. Support items. Okay, so I can have. Alright. Seems relatively easily. Select character. Oh, so I can maybe play as different characters. With olive drap. Ah, so it's kind of like a little bit like Snake Eater. Or I can go for the standard. I think I'll go for the standard head option. Right, can't do anything there. Okay, so ready to go? Ready to do this? R2, deployment cost. Commence mission. Set drop time. Let's go ASAP. Let's go now. Resume game. Episode 3, A Hero's Way.